Hi, I'm Adriane Grace of Grace Estate Law, and today I want to talk to you about the 3 things that parents should consider when choosing a guardian for their children. And these 3 things are really easy to miss. But I know you're a great parent and your children are your top priority. And so you want to make sure that your children's future is safe and secure, even in the darkest time. So let's talk about what those 3 things are, and the third one might surprise you. First, start thinking about the logistics: who, when, where. You may know who you want to take care of your children long term, maybe a grandparent, an aunt, or an uncle. But what if you were to get sick and stuck at the hospital? Or what if you were in a bad car accident on the way home from date night? Do you have someone who can step in at a moment's notice? And where will your children live? Will they be able to continue residing in the family home and go to their schools nearby? Or will they have to move out of state? If you don't have a plan, Texas CPS could step in and put your children temporarily in the hands of strangers. That's why you need a seamless plan of caregivers with the legal ability to make these decisions for your children. Second, think about the cost of raising your child. And I'm not just talking about how you're going to pay for it, but who you're going to put in charge of that money. You need someone who's trustworthy, someone who's responsible, and someone who will put your children's needs before their own. And while we're talking about that, you really ought to be considering a trust for your children. I see many times parents put their child on their life insurance policy, not realizing that the life insurance company won't pay out to that child until they turn 18, and they won't pay out to the child's caregiver without a court order. A court order that's going to cost thousands of dollars in upfront legal fee investment and months of time to obtain. Or worse, a parent names a family member or a friend on the life insurance policy, thinking, I'll have a conversation with them and tell them I want them to use this money for my son or daughter. As a guardianship attorney, I can tell you I've seen that plan fail 100% of the time. Once that individual learns that they have a legal right to the money because they're named on the policy and not someone else, they keep it for themselves. And that is why parents need to name trustees, a person with a legal obligation to provide for the child and who cannot keep a dime of that money for themselves. Third, think about the people in your family who you know you would not trust with your children. Texas has an order of priority when it comes to appointing guardians for minor children, and you may not agree with it. Perhaps you think it's better for your children to be with a younger aunt or uncle as opposed to an elderly grandparent. If so, then you need to choose the order of priority in your plan. And you may also need to consider who you need to exclude from this plan. Do you have people in your family who don't agree with how you raise your children and who wouldn't follow your plan for raising your children? Or maybe they don't share your religious or spiritual views. Or do you have people in your family who are totally irresponsible with money and cannot be trusted with large sums? If so, then you're going to need to exclude them from your plan. If you're still watching this video, I know you really care about your children. And as a parent, I know what keeps you up late at night, worrying about your kids and their future. I also know and can say confidently, creating a plan of action relieves these worries. So please contact our office today so that we can help you create a comprehensive estate plan that secures your children's future.